Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. My name is Graham and yeah, we are doing a tag today. We're not doing a book tag. I wouldn't say this one is necessarily about books, but it's about people. It's about getting to know me a little bit more. If you don't really know or familiar with tags in the YouTube community or booktube community, it's where there's a series of questions that I'm going to answer so you can get to know me a little bit better, and I hope to get to know you in the comments. And so if there's things that you want to mention to me or we share something that's the same, hit me up in the comments and let me know your answers, and that's going to be awesome. So today we are doing the favorite people tag, and I was tagged by my good friend My Messy Bookshelf. Guys, if you have not checked out her channel, it is a lot of fun. I really enjoy the feeling I have when I'm consuming her content because it just feels like I'm hanging out with a buddy and we are just chilling and talking about books. It's like a very nice vibe there. So go check out her channel and I'll link her answers in the description as well. This was created by Books, Songs, and Other Magic. Great channel name, love it. I'll have his stuff or their stuff linked into the bottom of the description as well. That being said, let's jump into our first question, and that is going to be name your favorite author. I feel like a broken record. I feel like I've talked about my favorite author a lot on this channel, and so I'm going to give you my favorite author, and then I'm going to give you my author number 2, so you're not like, man, you're Mr. Broken Record. My favorite author is Frederick Bachman. I honestly don't think someone can write people as well as Frederick Bachman, and he's just great. Favorite series by him is the Beartown series. Super good. You can notice I'm wearing an ice hockey jersey from the Arizona Coyotes. Rest in peace. They moved to Utah. Yeah, Beartown was great about hockey players. It was awesome, and it helped. Since I was into it, I just loved it. It just vibed with me really well. My second favorite author, the one that I'll mention, is Brandon Sanderson. I'm a huge Brandon Sanderson fan. I don't really talk about his stuff a lot because I feel like a lot of his stuff is mentioned throughout the booktube community quite a bit. But I really enjoy all of his books. One of the things that got me really into fantasy again was his Mistborn series. Everybody else talks about that as well. There's no one else that really does really cool magic systems like him. Like the thought behind the magic systems is a character in itself, and they're incredible. They're really, really cool, and they're just great to really think about. And so I love Brandon Sanderson, all the books that he's done. I've pretty much read every single Cosmere one. There's a few I'm missing. I think I haven't read a few of his secret projects, so you'll see me read those. But yeah, I highly recommend Brandon Sanderson. And if you are a Brandon Sanderson fan, you definitely need to go to Dragonsteel at least once. I went there when The Lost Meadow came out, and it was a lot of fun. And I can only imagine with this one coming out this year, that'll be awesome as well. Then you can go see hockey. You know, you can go see the, new Utah team that's over there that used to be the Arizona Coyotes. So let's move on to question number 2. Who is your favorite comedy actor or comedian? Great questions. As far as comedy actor, there's only one that comes to mind, and that is Paul Rudd.
Who would have thought? Not me.
I have a huge crush on Paul Rudd. I think he's hilarious. From I Love You Man to Clueless, which was his first film. I loved Role Models. I loved Anchorman. I love everything that guy really is in, like Ant-Man, things of that nature, is just gold. And even, if you've never wanted to sit there and just go through a YouTube rabbit hole, watch him on every single Conan O'Brien interview, because you will laugh so hard at the stunts he is pulling to pull one over on Conan O'Brien. It's hilarious. So as far as comedian-wise, stand-up comedian, I am a huge fan of Demetri Martin. I don't know a lot of other people that's going to say the same thing, but he had a TV show that lasted a couple scenes that was hilarious. I loved it. It's just observational humor, and it's just super good. He had a new special just come out that I haven't been able to watch because I've been pretty busy, but I'm excited to be able to sit there and watch it and force my wife to watch it and see if she laughs once. That could be a deal breaker. Just kidding. Number 3, name your favorite dramatic serious actor / actress. You would think, because I love having emotional reads, that I'd watch a lot of serious film too, but that's not the case. There's a few that come to mind that I really enjoy, but I think the winner would be somebody that I've also kind of had a crush on, I guess you could say, would be Cillian Murphy. Ever since I saw him in Red Eye and Batman Begins as the Scarecrow, I've been like, this is an amazing actor. And I just saw Oppenheimer and Peaky Blinders is rad. He's just great. Very dramatic, and just seems like a very smart person too. He's pretty rad, and he's a hunk. Paul Rudd, Cillian Murphy, you're both hunks. Congrats to you. Moving on, number 4. Name your favorite political figure, past or present. You know what? That's tough. Because I feel like there's a lot of options I could pick, and politics is a touchy subject. It's something I don't really want to talk about on YouTube as far as past or present type stuff, because this is just a place for us to chill and hang out, and I don't want anyone to be upset. But I will say that I'm obsessed with the musical Hamilton. I think Hamilton is rad, and so I'm just going to go with the easy answer and say Hamilton is cool. George Washington's song Hamilton is rad, and the best character in there is Hercules Mulligan, because as he comes in, it's like game time. That's like the hype. Like that gets me hyped up when it's like, I'm Hercules Mulligan. Oh man, so cool. So I'll just go with that answer. Love the musical. If you haven't watched it before, go watch it. If you haven't listened to it before, listen to it. I listened to it before I went and saw it live. We're seeing it live the second time in June, and I'm very excited. It's just great. It's on Disney Plus now, so there's an easy way to watch it if you have Disney Plus. So there you go. Question number 5. Name your favorite film writer or director. There's a couple that come to mind, and so I don't know if this is written by him. I'm going to just go with 2 answers on this one because there's just for different reasons. So number 1, Stanley Kubrick might be my favorite director because the way he just films things just tells a story in itself, and it's awesome. One of my favorite movies of all time is 2001: A Space Odyssey, just because of the way it was filmed and the tension built with a camera. Just phenomenal. I just love it, and the thing that movie did for sci-fi, so good. I highly recommend watching it. If you saw the new Barbie movie that came out, the whole beginning sequence was like an homage to 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's how good it is. My other favorite actor or writer, I don't know if he did, but I'm a huge fan of Sam Raimi. That guy's ridiculous. He is the one that directed the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but more importantly, he directed Evil Dead 1, 2, and Army of Darkness.
See this? This is my boomstick!
Sam Raimi's hilarious. That stuff is great. I love those films quite a bit. And he also did the new Doctor Strange and the superhero stuff, and he's in a few more films, but Sam Raimi, just great. Love it. Hilarious. Go check out those movies. Evil Dead 2 is also up there for favorite films of all time. Name your favorite new discovery. A couple weeks ago, I finished reading Crying at H Mart. You guys saw that, and they introduced me to the writer's band, Japanese Breakfast. I've been listening to them every time I'm in the car, and I really enjoy that music for Japanese Breakfast. So that's been a really cool discovery to go through the filmography or the discography of Japanese Breakfast, and it's a good band. If you like that like synthy rock pop, go check it out. It's a really good time. And yeah, that's my new discovery, I guess you could say. If you want to know like hobbies or whatever that I just got into, booktube, I don't know, this is kind of consuming my time right now, so we'll put that in there too. Number 7, name your favorite musician or singer. I love Tame Impala. That's my favorite band. And it's one guy, Kevin Parker, I think his name is. But Tame Impala is my favorite band right now. It's one guy. He wrote all the music, and just it's a vibe, and it's cool, and I can't get enough. I've seen them live a couple times, and just, yeah, Tame Impala is great. If you haven't listened to them, go check it out. It's pretty rad, and I like it. I'm sorry to everyone else who probably was hoping that I'd say, because Taylor Swift's album just dropped. But yeah, I actually listened to a lot of Taylor Swift. Sorry. Number 8, name your biggest inspirational person. The most inspirational person in my life would be my wife. And if you watch this, you better tell me I love you after this. But my wife is amazing. And the reason she's amazing is in 2020, we were already married. We were married in 2018. And she decided to go back to school to become a nurse. And I have a lot of friends that have become nurses. And what happens a lot of the time is when you go to nursing school, that becomes your life. Because you want to become a nurse, you have to pass the NCLEX, which is a huge test, and it ends up just consuming your life, where like it can hurt a relationship, I guess. There could be a little pull away because you're so focused on that thing. So I knew that going in, but what's cool about my wife is she's so organized, and the way she approaches things is so smart. I don't think I've ever met a smarter person than my wife. The way she deliberates or thinks and gets things done, it's just on a whole other level, and she just makes me a better person because of it. I scored. It was awesome. And so as we're going to school, I was ready to just do everything I can to be able to support in that situation, and I did. I was there to be able to help with practicing being a medical person in medical need and things of that nature. But what was crazy is that social life never went down, and we still went on dates, and we still made time for each other during that like crazy period when other people kind of just struggle. And I'm very grateful for that, and I'm impressed by her ability to be able to get high marks on all of her tests and just go and then like ace the NCLEX and get a nursing job immediately. That's so hard to do, and it's incredible. It was inspirational to be able to witness that. On top of, as soon as she gets to nursing school, we started talking about having kids, and we got pregnant, and she worked during that whole time period. Like, as a guy in pregnancy, we didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? We were just there for a few seconds. We're there just to support and make sure life is easier, and she was still working. And she was doing night shift. She does night shift. And so it's 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. while pregnant, and just going through and like crushing it. And you're like, who are you? You're superhuman. You know, you're just incredible. And so she's my inspiration. If there's anyone that has motivated me to like think about going to school, to just giving my all and everything, including booktube and everything, she's my support. She's the person that inspires me the most. And so I love you, and I think you're amazing, and you're just the best person in my life. And so thanks for marrying me. So that is my most inspirational person. Last but not least, we have tag some people. Now this isn't, like I said, a typical book tag. And so I'm going to tag one person, and it's just because I'm very fascinated by what their answer is going to be. It is at literally books. Guys, if you have not checked out literally books, this is the most well thought out person and most like genuine person I've seen on the internet. Like, the way he approaches his content and the way he talks about books and the things he's reading, he's just very thoughtful, and you don't get that a lot. I love seeing thoughtful people and people who are just being blunt and honest and just great at what they do, and literally books is that. And I think it's just very, I don't know, I'm a vibe person, and as you can tell from my music taste and also with a messy bookshelf, I was like, oh man, it's cool to be able to sit here and like listen and vibe out and just chill. And you do the same thing with literary books, except it's just like, you listen and you're like, man, I'm instantly smarter. And so go check out literally books. I'm excited to see what your answers are, because I want to see what type of people that are your inspiration and you like too. So go check out his channel, have it linked down below. And thank you guys so much for walking. Thank you so much for walking. Keep walking. Stay active. If you don't walk, you'll die. That's what I was told once. So anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles.